Hi friends, have you ever thought which drug you should give in emergency and which drug when the patient is going to discharge? Which drug will be soon causing toxicity or adverse drug reactions? Which drug will be very safe for the patient? This all depends on a very important term which is known as therapeutic index. Okay? This therapeutic index gives you an idea or a peep window. This is a peep window between the therapeutic effect and the adverse drug reaction of the drug. Suppose this is the dose response curve. This is dose. This is response. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Suppose a drug A gives a DRC like this, right? Gives a DRC like this. This is dose response curve of drug A, where this is potency and this is efficacy. Minimum dose to produce a response is potency, and the dose which causes maximum amount of effect is efficacy. Suppose this is the dose response curve of drug A. Okay? Right? Here, suppose this is an antipyretic drug. Suppose this is an antipyretic drug which causes decrease in the fever. This will decrease fever when the dose will be 10 milligram. Okay? This will cause its decrease in the febrile convulsions or febrile seizures or febrile fever after 10 milligram. But after 20 milligrams, this A is an anti-epileptic drug which controls seizures. Okay? This is an anti-epileptic drug which controls seizures, which controls convulsions. When you give 10 milligram per kg, it controls the seizures very nicely. But when the dose increases to 20 milligram, when the dose increases to 20 milligram, it causes arrhythmias, it causes bone marrow dysplasias, it causes many other things. That means at 20 milligram it causes adverse drug reactions. So this is DRC T and this is DRC R. So this is DRC T and this is DRC R. This DRC T is therapeutic effect. This is DRC R, which is adverse drug reaction. Right? So the area between these two is the therapeutic window where you can give the drug without any fear of adverse drug reaction. Right? So this is the therapeutic index of drug A. Drug A, which is anti-epileptic drug. So whenever a patient comes to you in status epilepticus, Dr. Mohit must have told you in nervous system. What is status epilepticus? When there is incessant, continuous convulsions, seizures which are not controllable and they are causing various deficits, they are causing unconsciousness, they are causing neurological deficits, they are not controllable. Then this more than 15 minutes, then this stage is known as status epilepticus. Or convulsions are occurring very frequently. Suppose it is stopped, again it is happening, again it is happening. So the most important drug, the drug of choice for this status epilepticus is phenytoin. Right? So this is an example of phenytoin. Phenytoin in 10 milligram per kg dose causes therapeutic effect, while in more than 20 milligram per kg starts having adverse drug reactions, arrhythmias, bone marrow dyscrasias, skeletal dyscrasias. So the therapeutic window is like this. Take another drug, anticonvulsant drug, which is phenobarbital. This is phenytoin. Now coming on to phenobarbital. Phenobarbital starts giving its effect at 5 milligram per kg, okay, and at 200 milligram. $20 milligram per kg, or at least 30 milligram per kg, it shows some amount of side effects regarding behavioral disorders, regarding sedation, heavy sedation. So when you compare this phenobarbital with phenytoin, you will find that phenytoin is more effective in generalized tonic-clonic convulsions, while phenobarbital is less effective in controlling generalized tonic-clonic convulsions because efficacy is here, but potency is high. You can see the potency of phenobarbital is high, while DRC of phenobarbital will be DRCP, and this is DRCR. So you can see that adverse drug reaction of phenobarbital starts at 30 milligram per kg. Although adverse drug reaction is also not very high, the adverse drug reaction potential is not very high. So what do you think? Which is more safer drug? Phenobarbital or phenytoin? Definitely phenobarbital is a safer drug because you get a dose range of this much. You can be more comfortable when you give 10 milligram, 15 milligram, 20 milligram, 25 milligram. You will be more comfortable, right? So this drug has got a higher therapeutic window or a broader therapeutic window than phenytoin. What is the clinical application for this? Whenever a patient comes off status epilepticus, would you like to give phenobarbital or would you like to give phenytoin? Always, when you see that patient is quite serious, he is having status epilepticus, you will always like to give a more competent drug, a more effective drug. May it be dangerous, phenytoin may be dangerous, but you would like to control the convulsions as soon as possible and as effectively as possible. So in emergencies, in ICUs, and when you can do therapeutic drug monitoring, you know what is therapeutic drug monitoring? When you can see the serum levels of phenytoin, you can very well titrate your therapeutic effect with the patient. अब अगर पेशेंट आया, आपने देखा कि अगर 10 मिलीग्राम से लोड किया, कन्वर्जन नहीं कंट्रोल हो रहा है, 12 मिलीग्राम किया, 15 मिलीग्राम किया, 17.5 मिलीग्राम किया, अगर पेशेंट कंट्रोल हुआ कन्वर्जन्स, then you can titrate on that. There is no need to go to 20 milligram. But you cannot give this phenytoin to a patient or injectable phenytoin to a patient who is at home. So at home, what would you like to give? You would like to give a oral preparation which is safer, which do not have a small narrow therapeutic index or a smaller therapeutic window. So you can see that therapeutic window with smaller drug but more effective drug like phenytoin is used in emergency, while a drug with broader therapeutic index like phenobarbital has to be given at discharge. right? Similar is the case with many anti-arrhythmic drugs. When we'll soon be having cardiovascular system. After this lockdown, we'll first start with anti-arrhythmic drugs. You will see that many anti-arrhythmic drugs are very safe, like amiodarone. But many anti-arrhythmic drugs like quinidine, lidocaine are having a very narrow therapeutic margin. So those can be used in ICUs or emergencies where you can monitor the adverse drug reactions. But the safer drugs are to be given when the patient is going to be discharged. So friends, this was a very small introduction to therapeutic index and the concept of therapeutic index which you will apply in your clinical medicine. Thank you.